Okay, there's bad news and there's good news. The bad news is that PSG have absolutely dominated every single team they played against. The good news is, so have we. Welcome back everybody to our Moneyball series with Paris FC. We are looking like a machine, as I would describe it. The one slightly poor performance was to Bordeaux. We won 1-0 away. But even then, we did really, we got 2.68 XG away from home, 22 shots to 7 on target, then 6 and 3 for them. It was still pretty good, And that was our poor performance so far. Apart from that, we've scored 4 goals in 2 of the games, 3 in another, and clean sheets in all 4 of them. We are looking very, very good. So today's episode, we are going to play Lyon. We're going to play Benfica and PSG. Now, we're going to play Benfica with the rotated sides. The whole backup team's going to go in against Benfica, so we can see all the backup players together playing a game at the same time, so we can see how it all comes together. But the Lyon game now is after an international break, so never quite know how these are going to go. We've got most players are fully fit. McCann is suspended, so that's going to give Samani a game here, and he's going to start the next game in the Champions League as well. Rikichi is also out, so he's going to come out. Helgason isn't really fit to play, so maybe you have to play Amrani as the right centre-back. Who's better or their weaker foot are these two? They're both pretty good. Let's play Amrani out of position as the right centre-back. 2 left-footed centre-backs. Some coaches hate this, but really it should be pretty much the same thing if you've got 2 right-footed, if the rest of the team balances out footedness-wise. So there we are. I mean, Bagchi's been pretty good. Yuxul has got 3 goals, 3 assists in his 5 starts. The team's looking pretty good. I'm not quite sure about Ventura. There's something about him which is a bit weird. I don't know quite what it is, but I mean, we're winning, right? So there's no need to worry about this right now. And that is pretty much it. You bang up to it. You haven't missed too much, obviously. Only been really the 3 matches off camera. It's going to be these 3 here. And there's going to be quite a long gap between the PSG game and the next episode, I think, just because we're not going to learn too much, are we? We expect to be in the knockout stage of the Champions League. And the title race should be at least close. If either us being slightly ahead or slightly behind, it should be close. So at the end of this episode, we probably won't come back until the January episode. So we'll miss out all this in the middle. And because really Champions League's the main thing we're focusing on this year. We'd like to beat PSG to the title again, obviously, if we can. Right, let's get into the game then against Lyon, and let's see how we get on. With a few players rotated, and hopefully the boys can do us proud. They've been really effective off camera. We've not looked great, I'd say, in any game, but we've won all of them and been effective. So there we are. Assistant manager says, if you carry points for the last match, you'll do well. Okay, they've gone long from the... Oh, actually, did I show you the league table? I'm not sure if I showed you the league table there. Hang on 1 second. So that is the current league table. Obviously, if we win the game in hand, we can go top on goal difference, depending on the result. But that is your current league standings. The only teams that have won all their games so far are PSG and Paris FC, of course. Right, Fabio Luis gives it away. Are they playing their 4-4-2 again against us? They give us some problems with this occasionally. No, it's a 4-2-3-1 actually for them. Ventura wins it. Babo into Ali. Takes such place in the bad team behind who was onside. He's not particularly going to score from there, but he can cut this across to somebody else. Ventura, left back, goes through, shoots. Oh, Fabio Luis nearly puts it in. Samani with a free kick, plays into Ali, back into Almirani. Plays into Zé Emery, into Fabio Luis. Gives it away. We're going to win this, though, easily. Is Zé Emery's going to get to that? He is. Oh, wow. I mean, he sort of did. Welper goes through. Are they going to score? Wow, that was a bit dangerous, lads. Let's wake up, please. Ventura throws the ball into Fabio Luis. He gives it away. Bit scrappy there. We're going to hopefully win this back off them. Stop them playing out their Bagchi. Good lad. Play it across goal if you can to somebody else. No, he's gone through and he scored himself. Okay, fair enough, Bagchi. I thought he would miss if he went to near post, but luckily the goalkeeper has tried a little K-block or something. It's gone past him and it's 1-0. Yeah, we're very good at setting traps where they pass it to players that are immediately under pressure. Bagchi goes through, lashes it at the near post, and yeah, it is like a K-block save that just scrapped in at the near post. 1-0. Samani into Ali. Ali across to Zé Emery. Fabio Luis. It's headed back to the goalkeeper. They're going to regain the ball here. They go long. We're going to hopefully win this. A lot of players clustered together, but it works out okay. Fabio Luis gets it. Go off the ball, move up the pitch, please. Yuxul into Ali. I think that went straight to Ali. It could have been a blocked pass, to be fair. Samani into Ali as soon as onside. Plays it across. Goal, surely Fabio Luis. And it's going to be 2-0 to Paris FC. There you go. And we're a machine. The only team that it reminds me of is Mourinho's Madrid. This is what this reminds me of the most. Mourinho's Madrid, when they won the league and scored loads of goals, but were still very much machine-like, but were very good at scoring goals and putting teams away. Good on transition, controlled. We don't overexpose ourselves in possession despite being good going forward, which sums them up perfectly. And that's 3, and that's game over. One more to go top of the league. Ventura throws it into Fabio Luis. Goes inside, plays it behind to nobody. It's going to come out. Alisson's really good at winning the ball back, by the way. He gets so many interceptions and wins it. Look at this. Go on, Alisson, win it back. Don't get sent off, though, please. Giving it back now. Amrani into Emery. Plays it back to Babbo, who's got time and space to travel into. I guess it's the one problem having 2 left-footed, 2 right-footed centre-backs in a 4, having 4 of them, is that if both the right-footers are out, you have 2 left-footers, which could potentially change a few things. Although, like I said, I personally don't care. Sometimes people do. Ali's going to bring it down into Fabio Luis, Emery, into Ventura, plays it across, back cheek goes through. Oh, it should have been a goal and a penalty, but within the same highlight there. Oh, there's a slight delay on the update. That goal is enough, by the way. 3-0 is enough for us to go top of the league by a goal and goal difference, which shows how close it is going into the PSG game, which is obviously going to come at the end of this episode. Ventura goes through left-hand side, plays it across. Goal, we're just battering them, aren't we? I'm not going to take too many players off in this game because we're going to fully rotate in midweek against Benfica. And I think what I get into the habit of doing with 5 subs is I sub players off too much, and you never really get a full chance of players to play the full 90 regular enough because I'm always subbing them off. So I want to get some minutes into the players early doors. Let's get them a full 90 here, apart from maybe Salman, who's going to play the next game anyway. Let's try and maybe get Helgeson some minutes because he's recently been injured. And we can maybe get Conti in for somebody. Let's leave it the way it is, I think. As the corner goes in, it's nearly going to be 4. Let's leave it like that for the whole 90, and let's play rotated side in midweek and see how we all get on. Ventura around off the highlight. Is it going to be a goal? Fabio Luis, it goes up. Bagchi gets to it, and that's going to be played across goal, and he gets absolutely clattered by the player I wanted to sign. Helgeson plays into Ali, back into Helgeson. Well, I guess a deflected pass put up in the air. They're going to regain the ball and try and counter on us. We win it off them with Babbo and Emery into Fabio Luis. Plays it behind to Bagchi, who's onside. Looks to link up, does he? Plays it across to his international teammate. Doesn't quite get there to Yuxel. They're going to try and play out against us now. We look like, if you'd have paused it there, like the player on the ball's got time and space, but nobody else has got anything clearly on. And he's gone long. Good, now win it. I mean, if we could have won the second ball, that would have been almost perfection. But they've got through against us. They're going to score 3-1. And they have it. 3-1 win for Paris FC. Away from home to Lyon, one of the better sides in the league. And they got dispatched with ease, didn't they, really? And we had players out for that game, which is really interesting. Okay. I will see you in a few days for the game against Benfica. We'll play a fully rotated side. Then we go to finish off the episode against PSG. I cannot wait for the Paris derby. If we can beat them early on, that could be really, really good for the title race for the rest of the season. So I'll see you in a few days for both of these. Okay, Helgeson's too tired to play in this game because of his injury. Apart from that, it's going to be completely rotated side. What would be the backup team anyway? So a lot of different players getting their first starts of the season. Let's see how we get on against Benfica. Assistant manager says, this is a match we should be winning. Make sure we do. Okay. Van Basten wins it. Plays it back to Conti into Amrani to Seguin into Anzu. So I'm patient with the play on the left-hand side. He can play it across if he needs to. Seguin gets on it, plays in behind to Van Basten, who's definitely onside. Plays it across. Goal. It's going to be 1-0. Another coach taps it in. And a really well-worked move. And it's 1-0 to Paris FC. They've given the credit to Van Basten in the commentary at the bottom. But I mean, the Seguin's ball was pretty good. Mr. Commentator, look at the state of that. Straight in behind Van Basten's. Well, I mean, it's a great cross as well. The ball is inch perfect. The first time cross on his weak foot is perfect. And the finish is there. It's 1-0. They're going to try to build from their back. So Arteta is actually the manager of Benfica here, by the way. So they might play a more patient build-up playing style against this. That's what they do here. They try to force the ball in to a trap. I mean, they're getting done on that all day of the week. Salmani walks away with it. Plays it in behind a bit too directly. They're going to try and play past this again, a second attempt. They get the ball through actually this time. Darwin Núñez is in. 1v1. Is he going to score? Yes, he is. 1-1. Anzu throws it into Seguin. Plays it up. I'll tell you what. Oh my goodness gracious me. What on earth is this for an assist? It says he's got no flair. And I've just watched It's onside as well. Seguin, in his report, the coach says he's got no flair. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at the state of that for a cross. Seguin's had 2 of the best passes I've seen in this entire save. And it says he's got no flair. Wow. Good lad, Seguin. I might make 1 or 2 subs here if the players are really maybe struggling because the PSG game is next. But generally, I want the players to try and get as long as they can out there. I mean, who would I take off here? Maybe Van Basten and put the new Brazilian on the wing. But apart from that, much leave it as it is. But if they could get a chance, they're going to go through, they're going to get a goal. Oh my goodness, it's calamitous, and it's 2-2. Seguin gets on it again. Seguin's like, do you know what, lads? All right, for the 3rd time today, get on my back. I'm going to play an inch-perfect Steven Gerrard pass to somebody, and we're going to score again. Ray wins it, plays it to Conti into Selmani, who gets tackled and loses the ball. And Benfica are going to build an attack potentially here against the B team. And they switch it with ease. Are we going to win this now? Oh, we've got to win it now. Van Basten wins it into Novakovic. He's onside. Is he going to score? Of course he does. He's clinical. 3-2. Okay, I'm going to take Conti off because he actually was injured at the start of the season, so he can come off. Van Basten to the middle. Then Dalmini goes to the left because he's not actually in either team. As in, not in the first team or the backup team. He's just the extra spare player right now. Okay, late highlight here, potentially for Benfica. I've gone down to balance. I was about to go to the defensive tactic at 77, but they might get a highlight before then. They might have to go back to attacking. They play across the pitch. And how is it going to be for? It could be for the team. Oh, they're through. Lino's going to get a shot away from distance, but it's nowhere near the goal. Highlights played in behind, so Olkan's going to get it. Plays into Anzu. Almani into Danny. Seguin. Daminio. Back into Anzu. Good football, lads. Really good football. Patient build-up play. Daminio back in again to a CDM, maybe? Nope, goes to himself. Plays it to Danny. Danny from distance takes a shot, and it goes just wide. Okay, last second highlight here, potentially for Benfica. They just, start off with the ball at the back. That was just all sorts of calamitous from Benfica. And that is going to do it. It's going to finish 3-2 to Paris FC. Good win for the backup team. And they looked pretty good doing it, didn't they? They looked pretty, wow. It was chaos, but they did really well to win the game and take us into the next few. I mean, in terms of the fixtures, we've got 2 tough games next in Bayern away and Juventus away. Then it eases back off again. And yeah, I think we should be okay. If I have to play the first team, I'll have to play the first team. But I might put the first team back in for those 2. And if we can at least get, I don't know, 7 points from these games, I can then easily rotate the side 2 games in a row there against Sporting and Napoli. But that is going to do it for this game. Let's move on to the game against PSG for the Paris derby. This is going to be for who takes the lead in the title race early on. And this could mean, and this could make the difference to who wins the league at the end of the season. So I'll see you in a second for that. Okay, here we go then. It's going to be the Paris derby. Paris FC versus Paris Saint-Germain. The big one is here. Let's see if we can win this. If we don't win this, it puts us in a pretty bad position early on because I feel like that both Paris teams are going to struggle to drop points this season. And because they're an AI team and I don't really know how they're going to go about it this season, but I feel like they could still go on a wonder-run PSG, so we need to beat them early on. Assistant manager says this is pretty close-fought rivalry. Play for the fans and they'll give us a boost. Come on, boys. Here we go. Rallying cry. What are they going to play against us? That's our boys in a 4-2-3-1, looking very, very machine-like, as anyone can describe it. And we're going to be playing against a 4-3-3, I'm assuming. It is. Pablo seems like a really good new gen, so that's not good. Early highlight, Babo into Zé Emery. Plays across to Rikichi. You can hear the noise, the Paris derby. It's all going off here. Ali plays it into Alisson. Alisson back into Rikichi. It's the first Paris derby at the stadium that we've got with the capacity actually done without having the 2 stands sort of missing. Rikichi shoots from... Bagchi shoots from miles out. And it goes over the bar. No highlights, but 2 yellow cards for them in the first half an hour. 3 yellow cards for them in the first half an hour. I think it was Mbappe was the 3rd one. Pablo's got an injury, incidentally. Fabio Luis wins it, plays it back to Ventura, back into Babo, into Ali, into Zemri. Plays him behind to Bagchi, who's onside, goes to 1-1. Is he going to score? Is he going to score? He trips the goalkeeper, goes just over the bar. Half-time, mate, is 0-0. Not the most exciting of games, I've got to be honest. We'll say do it for the fans again at half-time and let the first 5 minutes play out and see what happens. Highlight here. Yuxel gets onto the ball. Doesn't seem to do anything in the matches, but he's part of a team that wins all the time. So it's hard to, criticise him. Fabio Luis goes, is he going to shoot? He does, and he clears the bar somehow. Jared Bowen on for Pablo for them. That's probably a good sub for us. But now I've said out loud, you know who's going to score the winner. Bagchi off, Novakovic on is going to be a change. And I think maybe Yuxel comes off and Van Basten comes on the left-hand side. See, the name Van Basten, just makes you want to play him, but I'm trying to withhold myself from doing that. He actually has done pretty well, hasn't he, in the games. Not only off camera, but you've seen it on camera as well. I could have brought Ray on instead, but I just have a feeling that Van Basten's got the moment. It's his moment at the moment. Do you know what I mean? This is his time. Whereas we know Ray can do it later in the season if we need him to. Van Basten's playing well, so let's get him on the pitch. They go in behind, we're going to win that though. Zé Emery into Ali. Plays it into Alisson. Back into McCann, who's got plenty of time and space. Releases it back to Alisson. You know he's at the far post. If you need him, Fabio Luis goes through. Is he going to score it? He's got to score it. Oh, he's missed it. It was such a chance. Oh, come on, Luis. You had to score that. It's such a good opportunity for yourself as well. It's flicked away, headed towards goal. Keeper collects. Ali off Conti on. Conti likes scoring against them, to be fair, for some reason. He just loves it. And we'll leave it like that for now. This highlight's continuing, by the way, so this could be an actual highlight for somebody. They've gone long. Rikichi wins it. Ventura's going to lose it. That's why he's coming off. Babo, both of them try and destroy him. He still has it. Goes in. Jesus, what is this highlight going to end up being? Hopefully we can clear this and just attack from here. Oh, it's calamitous. Van Basten's in. Van Basten, here he comes. Stays on it. Get Hakimi sent off if you can. Alisson, just whatever. That is rubbish. Lewis the free kick from miles out. It hits the bar and it's got up in the air and over the bar. Anzu. Adam plays it into Fabio Luis, who's had a terrible game by all accounts, and he's on a 6.6 match rating. It's not just that he's missed a chance and looks like he's playing pretty badly. The match rating is backing it up as well. Rikichi plays into Emery. Across to Anzu, just about gets there. He's got players ahead of him. Plays into Van Basten, who's come off the bench. Plays across to Fabio Luis. Oh my goodness me. Fabio Luis, just get off the pitch. Danny, on you go. Corner for PSG. Mbappe crosses it in. Headed away. We need to get out to this early. Emery does. He needs support now. Anzu. We need runners, lads. We've got the counter-attack selected, please. Let's go forwards, lads. What are you doing? We have counter-selected. It's a big game. You've got to make those movements. Now they're going to get a highlight from it, surely. It's going to be a PSG highlight, I think. Unless we can win it in central area now. Conte does. Novakovic plays it back into Conte, who loves playing against PSG. Van Basten goes through. It's his moment. He's at the post. Oh, no. Anzu, another highlight. He's going to throw it in to Danny. Back to Anzu. Plays it back to Danny. Takes a great touch out his feet. Van Basten goes through, shoots, and he scores. Is he onside, though? If he scores and this is onside, what a sub this was. Because I really did think about putting Ray in. I thought, no, Van Basten's got it's just his moment. And he's in this 1-0 to Paris FC. Get it there, boys. There was I was listening to one of the audiobooks about Pep, and Pep talking about how sometimes your gut feeling has to be taken over the analysis. And that is sort of what we've gone with there. The gut feeling on Van Basten just being the player to bring on in this exact match. And it's 1-0. Danny with the corner, whips it in towards the near post, headed towards goalkeeper, saves it. Get back, lads, please. There's a late corner for PSG. Mbappe with the corner towards the far post. Keeper hits it away. Shot goes towards goal and it's over the bar. There's a last-minute free kick from quite far, and it's quite central. This would take a goalkeeping mistake for this to go in. Saved it. It's going to be a corner, though. And PSG like to score corners against, especially with Ronald. Araujo is. There he is. Never getting it. Mina collects. No danger. That's got to be time, referee. And there it is. Paris FC yet again beat PSG. And what a performance. What a result that is. Van Basten coming off the bench and being a brilliant, brilliant player. At the moment, the team is looking as a squad much better than last year. But it only takes a defeat to really see that as a test. But selling Barbosa, but having Van Basten, having Van Basten, having Ray, having Yuxel, having Alisson, having Fabio Luis, having Danny, having all those players instead, and Dalminho, if he gets to develop into the player we want him to be, it looks better as an aggregate, but we'll have to wait and see if that actually does play out. I think, from a domestic point of view, it probably is better off having this, because I think we can challenge for the French League better, we can probably challenge French Cup. In the big games against the big teams in the Champions League, it may have been better to have Barbosa, so we don't know, we'll have to find out at the end of the season. But it overall looks pretty good. One last bit of news to bring to you. Yet again, the club is in the process of a board takeover. So apparently it's a consortium to float us on the stock exchange, which as long as that bank balance goes up from where it is and the transfer budget goes up from where it is and doesn't go down, I'm okay. If it stays the same, that's just a waste of my time and everybody else's time like it was the last time it happens, which was only like 2 years ago. So bit of a hot potato of the football club at the moment in terms of we have it, we sell it on. But it's all good. Financial projections are looking good, in a really good position over the next couple of years. There are lots of assets, like players to sell. We basically got 25 players in the squads. I've loaned out 2 of them, and I'm only ever going to use 23 anyway. So either next year we loan out 2 more, or I sell them and cash in for another 40-odd million. So we've got that at the very least. And that is going to do the episode. What a start for Paris FC this season. I mean, the Champions League is a little bit of luck of who you get at what time. If one team or 1 or 2 players on a team capitulate in one of the legs, that can either give you a chance to win it or a chance for us to get knocked out early. So it's a bit harder to predict how we're going to do in that competition this year. But I'll do my best to get us through into the top 8 if I can, and then try and get us through and try and win it this season. So, like I've already mentioned, I think earlier on in the episode, we're going to come back for the January transfer window next. So we'll come back in January. I think it's really easy what we do, isn't it? We come back in January, do a bit of business if we can, which we probably will. And then it's going to be Lyon, PSG, and Angers, probably all back-to-back there in the next episode. And after that, we'll follow probably a Champions League run to the end of the season. Like, if we beat PSG in that game, and we are multiple points ahead, we can almost start to not quite ignore the league, but the focus will be all around the Champions League matches, of course. That's what we'll focus on from then to the end of the season. So it all looks pretty well set up, doesn't it? Let's see how it goes off camera, and you'll join me back in January, hopefully with the title wrapped up, because PSG have capitulated, and we are so far ahead. But imagine that 2 seasons undefeated in a row. That would be incredible, wouldn't it? But that is going to do it. Thank you so much for watching the Moneyball series. I really do appreciate every single one of you for watching and being a part of this series. It's been brilliant. It's been magical. This might be the last season of it, so let's wait and see how it all goes. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the series, and I'll see you all, of course, next time.